Hey everybody, welcome. In this video we're going to be looking at Gimkit's newest game mode, One Way Out. When you first go to start the game, you'll see that there are some changes you can make to the settings, like difficulty, amount of energy you get per question, and the player health. You'll want to play around with those to determine how difficult you want the game to be. The game is pretty simple. You have to answer questions to get energy, shoot the plants to collect the key cards, use the key cards to open the various gates to get to the end to win the game. Of course, it's not that simple. There are other things that you can do along the way. When you first start, you come into this loading room right here. To the left, there are some gadgets that you can purchase. To the top, there are either medkits or shield. I call them shield kegs. Sorry, I think I'm on the Fortnite mode or something like that. Over here, there are some power-ups. I have purchased the slingshot, and the slingshot gives you a slower shooting speed, but more powerful and more range. So it's definitely worth it. And this game is way better when you have more people playing. So if you can get all your students on here playing together, it's far more fun to do it that way. This game, I'm just playing with one other person just to kind of see how long it would take us to beat the game on a fairly easy setting. I do recommend that you use and carry around the health rather than the shield, because shield can only be brought back up to 50, whereas health can be fully restored. And you can carry 2 of each. You can carry 2 health packages or 2 of the shield. So I do recommend shield in the long run. They are free, and there is at least one other spot in the map along the way where you can get some more. Initially, you have to break that barrier to get through. You'll notice there are 2 things that can be purchased right there. Those are portals to get you back further along the map if you die and you go back, or if you go back to the beginning to do something like purchase an upgrade. You'll see there I just killed a plant and I collected a key card. Each gate you arrive to requires you to use your key cards to open it. One person generally doesn't have enough key cards, so it takes multiple people using all of their key cards to open the gate. Each gate requires a higher number of key cards to open it. Right now I'm just walking around so I can see if some of these tables have like notes and stuff on them. So if you want to read those fully, just pause the video, because you'll see a handful throughout the video. You can see the different secret notes that Gimkit left you to kind of try and figure out on your own what do they mean, because I do not know what they mean. The plants are somewhat accurate on the easier mode. They're very accurate on the hard mode. So that bridge right there that I just unlocked, if I went in that, it would take me back to the beginning. And if I did go back to the beginning, I could then purchase any like upgrades, like new weapons, if I had enough money. You can see that I have cash, and the cash, I believe, I don't know how long it takes, but it just increases as you move throughout the map. Like, you don't actually pick it up. So the more people playing, the more cash is being collected, and collectively you can purchase the upgrade. So if one person buys an upgrade, like a new gun like that slingshot, everybody has access to it, which is pretty cool. So you can see here that I made it to another room, and there are, again, those free health kits or free shield things. And if you want to, you can grab those and use them. You can only carry shields or health. You can't carry both, and you can carry 2 of each, if I didn't already say that. There are lasers you can see right there. The lasers, if you accidentally touch them, will kill you immediately and send you back to the beginning. You can see the person they're playing with right there just had 10,000 damage done to them, and they went back to the beginning. Now, if we've unlocked the portals, which are back at the beginning, he can come back up, not to where I am right now, but like to stage 2 or 3. I believe there are 2 portals just to go back to those 2 stages. You do want to open those, because if you have to run all the way back through the map to catch back up, it takes forever. So what I found here too is that at the very end, like, I got to this door and I had super low health and I didn't have enough keys, so I was just kind of standing there waiting for my partner to catch back up. Do keep in mind that if you die, you lose all of your money and you lose all of the key cards that you've collected. So one time I actually found it, I thought it'd be a good idea, is I made it to the door and then I dropped all of my key cards and my cash, so that if somebody else came up, they could collect it and they could open the door, they could use the cash, just in case I died by running into one of these lasers. Challenges with this game that I've run into playing at school is if the internet at your school is sometimes wonky, then it's very hard to get a good game going here. And the other challenge too is that some kids just don't like playing games. For whatever reason, they'd rather stare at their phone and do nothing. So it's hard to get those kids on board to play with you. Hopefully here you'll see me open this gate up soon so you can see what happens in the next room. There's a note that I found in the library. I think my partner, pretty quick here, there's another note, makes it to the end. So my partner opened that last gate and he brought us into this room, and you have to destroy this barrier, which takes a second. It takes longer, I believe, when you have more people in the game, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt you. You just have to shoot it a whole bunch. And once you do that, you go to that little hole right there and you can escape. And game is over. And just like all the other Gimkit modes, you can see a report at the end, how many questions were answered correctly by each student, which words were missed the most, and typical things like that. It's a pretty fun game. Hopefully you have good internet because it's worth checking out. We'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you have any questions. Adios.